Hello! Welcome to Tickly Mouth. My name's Sophie Ross and this is
Eerie.
I've had lots of requests asking to do more toddler specific lunch and dinner time ideas. So here is one. I'm going to do homemade fish and chips.
Mine.
We're going to start with the chips because in my opinion they have to be parboiled to have that fluffy inside. So I usually do one good sized potato per person. This works equally well with sweet potatoes and normal potatoes. Put your kettle on and get a big saucepan ready. It's entirely up to you whether or not to leave the skin on. I quite like the skin on. Apparently there's more nutrients or something if you do. So you can cut them into pretty much whatever shape you want. So you could do wedges, like little quarters, or if you want them a bit more chippy, then just do that wedge in half. And then you've got little chip ears. Hello! Chip horns. Ah. I am the devil child. Ha ha ha. I look like a beautiful angel, but actually I am the potato devil. Ha ha ha. Whatever size you decide to do, try and make them as uniform as possible. Saucepan full of wedgie chips. Once your kettle has boiled, stick it in your saucepan until it covers all of your chips and stick it on the heat for about 6 minutes. You want them to be parboiled, so in terms of pasta it means al dente. Most of the way to being boiled, boiling hood. While this is going on, grab yourself a couple of fillets of fish. I've got salmon. I know that's not standard fish finger fare, but it was in my freezer. If these did come just from the freezer, make sure you defrost them in your fridge overnight, or you could always do it really gently in the microwave. If your fish has skin on, just whip that skin off. Actually, this is really easy to do if it's still partially frozen. And if it's been a bit stubborn, just tease it along with the knife. Oh, that's me beat before me potatoes. Drain them. So here are your drained potatoes. Pop a lid on and just give them a bit of a whack about. Look, so they're nice and chimbly. And then you're gonna leave that with the lid off just to make sure all the steam comes off and you don't end up with soggy potatoes. Meanwhile, you want to cut them into nice fish fingery shapes. And I'm going to go across the width and then I'm going to go down like that. It's like a fat thumb. I would recommend one fillet per person. Pop that to the side for a second. I'm just going to stick it in a sandwich bag and put it in the fridge. Now then, this is the bit that your small person can help you with. Get yourself a little production line of 3 plates and a baking tray. With a bit of baking paper on there as well. So, plate number 1 is flour. Plate number 2 is an egg. 1 egg. Add a tiny bit of oil to the egg. Just a little drizzle. It will smooth it out better, make it go further as well. And then we're just going to whiz up the egg. Yeah? Yes. And plate number 3 is going to be breadcrumbs. You can either buy breadcrumbs in packets, and that's super duper easy, or you can whiz up some old hard bread, whatever bread you have, in your blender. I, stupidly enough, don't even have bread in my house today. So I do know that I have some wraps in the freezer, so I'm going to use them. So I just need to defrost them. Let's go for 2. Just literally stick them in there. Some pepper, and I really like sweet smoked paprika. And then just give it a go. And here are your breadcrumbs. We're going to play flour, eggs and breadcrumbs. You dip it in the flour, you roll it around, shake him off, dip it in the egg.
Oh no! Egg finger.
And then dip it in the breadcrumbs.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to do it?
No way.
Alright, Mummy has to do the messy bit. You'll have fingers that resemble Frankenstein's. I would recommend trying to do this one-handed so that you've got at least one clean hand. But you will have some gorgeous looking fish fingers.
Yes.
Yeah? Alright, grab yourself another baking tray for your potatoes. And if they don't all fit in, you can always do 2 baking trays worth. You want them all to have a little bit of space so that they all can crisp up. I need my space. You can season these guys however you like. Chili or, again, sweet smoked paprika, because there's some in the breadcrumbs, it'll match in. You can get these really good chip seasonings that you just sprinkle over the top, and they've already got like a really nice taste. However, they're a little bit salty, so just be aware of that, at your discretion, appropriate for whatever age child you have. And then you want to swoosh some olive oil all around, not too much. And then if you can be bothered, turn all your chips so that they get some of the paprika and the oil all over them. Ta-da! Now this is ready to go in the oven whenever you are ready to do it. It's currently 2 o'clock in my house, so I'm going to wait a couple of hours and then have it ready for Evie's dinner at 5. Your potatoes can stay out at room temperature, but your fish wants to really go back in the fridge if you're leaving it for a couple of hours. I've got half an hour till I want to eat this, so I'm going to put my oven on to about 180 degrees. Let that heat up. So it's half an hour for these. That's been 10 minutes, so let's put the fish fingers in for 20 minutes. When you've got about 5 minutes left to go, put the kettle on for some bees. They'll take about 2 minutes, and then we're ready to eat. Yeah. I like to serve my chips up on a little bit of kitchen roll just to soak up the last little bit of oil so that they're extra nice and crispy. If you want to be that super fun mum, you can always stack them like a little Jenga tower. And my fish fingers are looking fish fingery. Drain your peas. Evie likes a lot of peas. Here it is. For the grown-ups as well, a dash of salt and vinegar. Add some tartar sauce or maybe some mayonnaise. But I think when you're talking toddlers, it doesn't really matter, does it? Just try a little bit of the fish finger. Yummy! Yes! Salmon does work. And I'll try a chip as well, while she's not looking. Spot on. This is exactly what you need in a chip. Crunchy outside, and look at that soft middle. That's from the parboiling. That soft middle. Tastes a bit like roast potatoes. Mmm. What do you think of the chips?
Yummy.
It's yummy. Oh, it's yummy, but I'm gonna spit it out anyway. Fine. Fish and chips is such a lovely family style supper that I couldn't help but share this one. So that brings us to the end of another Tickly Mouth episode. Thank you kindly for watching our silly little faces. Please don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends about Tickly Mouth and comment below the video. Lots of feedback, good things, bad things, medium things, anything that's on your mind. You know, whatever. And this is a triumph. Cool, see you on the next episode of Tickly Mouth. Bye!
Bye. Hello.
And welcome to Tickly Mouth.
Hello.
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 Welcome to Tickly Mouth.